you would like challenge Kamala Harris to a debate on bail reform. Is that right?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I have $5,000 sitting in a side account.
Mm-hmm.
That is my own personal money.
Right.
Okay. That I have saved for years. That is sitting aside, and if Kamala Harris
Mm-hmm.
would like to set a time and a place and a stage, she can even hire the moderator, preferably you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then we can have a respectful, constructive debate on bail reform, because I emphatically deny everything that she is about when it comes to bail reform.
Give me an example of what you really don't like about what she's saying.
Her statements on bail, and especially with Rand Paul being her partner, the Commonwealth of Kentucky doesn't even have professional bail.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they want to talk about how bail is so much on the poor and against these people and sitting in jail and stuff like that. Rand Paul is the last person that needs to be talking about bail reform in Kentucky for two reasons. One, there is no professional bail. You have to have it all in cash. You sit in jail unless you pay that whole $25,000 in cash.
Right.
Okay? And the other thing is that their state Kentucky is completely, they are just anti-professional bail. They are religiously against it. If I have an individual that runs off from Arkansas and runs to Kentucky, I have to work with my local law enforcement and local people in order to get Kentucky to help pick them up, because it's illegal for me to go into their state. Now back to Camilla. Everything that she stands for on this SB 10 that Rob Bonta and Hertzfield are for is anarchy. And
why? Why is?
Because what comes out of their mouth in reference to who that they're trying to say that they know nothing about bail, and everything that they put out is in reference to propaganda to gain votes, because each one of those individuals don't understand bail. I would be willing to bet live in a gated community,
But I think, like, just from what I'm hearing, it sounds to me like you run your bail operation differently from, like, for instance, the bail bondsman in New York City. Like, it sounds to me like you have a more like community-based approach. You try to work with people. You know everybody. It's very different, but it is a fact that if people cannot, and that's why you, and in fact you do agree to bail reform in a way. Correct me if I'm wrong, because you agree that there should be reasonable bail. That's a bail reform.
Bail reform as it is proposed, though, is absolutely no bail needed and just released. And that, Crystal, is where we fundamentally disagree.
Well, I think...
cannot...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I cannot, knowing what that is going to bring over a short period of time. Now listen, we are talking about individuals who are charged with a crime. Now, if you're charged with a crime and there's no deterrent, you know when you commit that crime, okay? Now, please don't throw at me right now, they're innocent until proven guilty. I support that. But if you allow a mentality to the society that we're in right now, that I can break the law, I'm not going to have to worry about going to jail, I'm not going to have to post bail, and then if I do run off, the only way that they're going to catch me, because the system is going to be overran with warrants, is I'm going to have to slip up and get caught doing another crime, and then only hope, Crystal, that the warrant that's in NCIC is nationwide or covers the area that they're in. Because here's why. In today's society, in the criminal justice system, has been overran so much by case log and crime and this and that, that if an individual misses court because of the judicial distress that most counties or entities are in, are only putting those warrants in either surrounding counties, surrounding cities, or cities only, and at best, surrounding states. And that, Crystal, gets out into the mindset of the people that are dealt with in the criminal justice system.
But listen, I don't think bail reform is just let everybody go. That's not bail reform. Like in New York, we have bail reform. But I wanted to get back to Kamala Harris and the bail reform. What is?
Before we do that, let me just say one thing about your statement. When, as a society, can we get past black and white?
I don't
When
think
can
I don't
we-
think I don't
when
think
can
we
we
can
get
get.
there?
Well, I definitely don't think, and I don't want to get into politics, but I definitely don't think we're going to get past it during this administration. Maybe in the next one, but I think it's become it's
That's for another time. You call me on the side. We'll talk politics. Let's get back to that.
but tell me if there's anything about bail reform that you would agree with that would not cause anarchy, because obviously we don't want anarchy. Like, I don't agree that bail, I don't think the argument for bail reform is that there's going to be there's no bail. Like, I don't think anyone is saying, listen, just release people and there's no bail. You know, that's not true. Like, if you get released on your own recognizance, there's bench warrants. You know, there's a warrant squad in New York. I don't know about in Arkansas. There's a warrant squad, and they are very busy picking people up all the time that don't show up to court. People that are criminals always end up back in court. They get rearrested. Like, I had a client that just bench warranted. He just came back. You know, so he's going to be charged with bail jumping, on top of his other case, and his new case. So I don't think anyone's saying people shouldn't, you know, have any kind of teeth in, you know, associated with their case. I don't think that's what the argument is. The argument is that poor people that cannot afford the bail, whether, even if it's $100, they cannot afford it. Is it fair for those people to sit in jail?
Is it fair for them to make a choice to end up in jail and be rewarded for it?
Right.
That's my heartburn. What does it matter if you poor, middle class, or rich? We cannot, as a society, go back to being to allow the mentality that just because I am poor, it allows me the ability to end up in jail and kick the bucket back to the taxpayers. That's where you and I fundamentally disagree on this thing.
Right.
Let's get away from black and white and poor and rich. Let's get back down to the core of choice.